All righty. And cool. We are live, folks.
Ooh, live. Fantastic.
Yeah, love being live.
It's interesting because it only shows 4 of us.
Oh, does it?
Yeah, it's okay. I think maybe it doesn't show. It's interesting. Maybe it doesn't show people who don't have video for
No, people like show up with just random photos, no?
on a live stream.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Maybe as they start talking, it'll come in.
Check, 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 check.
There it is. We got
Did it work?
Hello?
Did it work?
Hello, hello, hello. Yeah, we're
That's
good.
weird.
Either way, we'll figure it out.
It doesn't matter. Listen, people, in case you can't see them, we got Graham and Ed from 0.exchange here. So we're going to do one. It's really exciting to have them. Also, you can see Ryan, who is on the Daily Show with me, as well as our good friend Danish, head of Bitcoin.com exchange. And everybody knows Rob from Digital Asset News.
Rob Dan.
Couple things we're going to do today. First, the exciting news is they're launching a version 2, a complete overhaul of the 0.exchange itself. So they're going to showcase it here because it isn't live yet, but will be, I think, in the very near future, maybe as soon as tomorrow. But you guys are going to get a first look at that, as well as we're also going to do what we get a lot of questions on, and that's going to be walking through the platform, and that's going to be from the 0.exchange guys themselves to show you how the mechanics work in case you aren't versed in it. So we get a lot of inquiries for that. But Graham and Ed, thank you so much for joining us. Really appreciate it, man.
Happy to be here. Excited.
So what, this is really, this is kind of like, this is your show. We're so excited to have you. What would you guys like to do first? Do you want to actually go directly into explaining the exchange and how you guys came to be and what differentiates you guys and kind of start going through that V2 setup?
Yeah,
I get to be the demo friend, so I'm going to let Graham talk all about Zero for a minute.
All right,
yeah,
cool.
So I'll do that real quick. I'll try and be concise, and then we'll hand things over to Ed, and we can kind of chit chat about the stuff he's screen sharing. Formerly, Zero kind of kicked off. I want to say last October, early November. We were about 100 days outside of Avalanche mainnet, and really just understanding that blockchain and all of the benefits. Decided a core group of us, 5-6 of us, decided this would be a really, really killer blockchain to develop a DEX on. It had all the features and utility that you see on Ethereum with regards to the dApps and MetaMask and Truffle and being able to build on top of it. But the benefits obviously were low fees, low latency, fast throughput, really high transaction capability. So we said, hey, this is like tailor-made for DeFi. This is an amazing blockchain for anything related to the digital transaction of financial assets. And kind of started that journey in earnest probably mid-November. Fast forward to January, we launched the Zero token with some really, really great farming rewards to really build some momentum and some community around our token. And then on February 4th or 5th, I believe, we went live with Avalanche mainnet, utilizing ChainSafe's ChainBridge to be able to bridge ERC20 assets from Ethereum over to ARC20 assets on Avalanche. That went so well that we decided, hey, why stop there? Let's incorporate other EVM blockchains. And to date, we are currently able to bridge from ETH to AVAX and back, ETH to BSC and back, and then recently went live with our Moonbeam collaboration. They helped us with that implementation. We will have a bridge to Polkadot as well. So We do have other blockchains that we're working on right now. And really the take home for the community here is that, you know, Zero truly believes in a cross-chain, multi-chain future. And that, you know, our platform, in order to provide the most utility, will provide a DEX that can do token listings cross-chain, IDOs cross-chain, NFTs cross-chain, and then certainly per our announcement yesterday in collaboration, strategic partnership with ChartX Pro, we will be able to provide all of the technical analysis, data analytics around trading for all chains and assets. So really, again, the take home is, you know, we believe in a cross-chain future. We're collaborating and building and partnering with other blockchain and crypto projects that have aspirations to be or are already cross-chain. And I think that, you know, what you're about to see here with Ed demoing our V2 is really the culmination of a lot of months of hard work and thought, and really wanting to provide the community with a platform that provides the most utility, and kind of seeing where the cards fall.
Graham,
yes.
you gotta, I mean, this is like legend right here. I mean, this is so much to unpack here right now. This is awesome sounding. I'm sorry, keep going, Graham. You're wowing us all.
Amazing.
So,
the more I hear, the more I like.
Yeah.
It's really exciting. And, you know, I think, you know, just a nod to our community. You know, they've helped us along the way and provided a lot of great feedback that are, you know, that our team is incorporating. So a lot of the features that you're going to see from Ed here in a few minutes, those are in part due to the feedback that our community has generously provided and supported us with each day. So big shout out to them as well.
Cool. And you know, a couple things just going from the live chat here. One, I want to say, folks, you can't see them because the team is incognito. Okay, that's their personal choice. So they're on, but they're not on video, and that's the way things are in crypto sometimes. So not everybody wants to be known while they're developing super secret, really awesome projects. Another thing, Graham, is there also there's the Telegram channel? Like, where can people get involved with the community too?
Yeah, sure. So we have a Zero community Telegram channel and an announcement channel, and then all the DGens head over to the Zero trading channel as well. So if you want a little less censored fun, head over to Zero trading. None of the mods in Zero community are formally tied to that, but yeah, it's 3 channels: a community channel, an announcement channel, and a trading channel, and then obviously our Twitter as well. And we do actually have a Discord. But most of our community seems to reside in Telegram.
All right, very cool. All right, so listen, Ed, do you want to start running through the new platform?
Yeah. I can't wait.
Yeah.
I know you're waiting
excited
to press the
about.
button.
Yeah.
Yes, I am. And, you know, I did the quick touch on the anonymity. You know, it's, you know, this should be, if you're in any crypto project, hold your creators to make something cool, right? I mean, it just shouldn't matter who's building it. It should matter what they're building. And that's something we've kind of always put, you know, day one is that if you're building stuff and you're building, you know, things that are going to hopefully change the space and you keep delivering, then who, you know, what does it matter who's building it? You know, the product over the people. So that's kind of been a mantra from day one. And then quickly, it's 0.exchange community, kind of all one word for the Telegram community. Once you follow there, you can kind of get to all the other spaces, the announcement channel, and also the, to Graham's point, a little bit more fun DGen trading channel where, you know, if you like your Pepe memes or, you know, whatever your meme happiness level is. So with that said, I'm jumping right in. So.
And we'll of course put all that info about the Telegram communities in both our Discord server for Trade the Chain members and include that in the description of the videos below.
Awesome.
Once we're done with this live stream.
All right.
Feel free to ask questions here as he goes. He probably has a couple features that he wants to go to, but certainly we want to make this user friendly for your community. So if you have questions or anything, feel free to interrupt.
Yeah, I'm not going to be able to see the chat box. So if they're coming in, Alex, just let me know because I'm going to share my screen and I'm going to full screen it because last time I did this at Moonbeam, everyone found our dev branch and decided to have some fun on it. So so I'm gonna share my screen right now, and then you're going to let me hopefully know that everything is up and you can see it. How we looking?
Looking good.
Ooh.
Wow, that's
Ooh.
beautiful.
Mhm.
Look at that.
So
There it is. That's
I-
it. That's the first look, folks. That's the first look.
Shows
Look at
over
that.
well.
So I'm gonna go through each aspect to show kind of what we think we're doing different. Why choose zero exchange? At the end of the day, I was talking to Alex before we went live about that. It's exchanges are hard to use. A lot of people are very much used to say the Binances of the world or the Coinbases of the world where you click and pay your big fee and get your asset or get your Bitcoin, get your Ethereum. And obviously in a bull market and bull market things, a lot of altcoins, as they're known, or can make fortunes, and that's where the age of Uniswap and all that has started, and where zero exchange is pushing that envelope. So in the rebrand of zero exchange, we're trying to put information that matters, critical to the user, up front and center. Such as the liquidity graph of how much liquidity is currently sitting with zero. How big are we growing? A lot of people are like, well, how many people are holding zero? How many wallet holders? What's our total value locked? We'll have a volume chart kind of going live soon. We're just kind of getting some of the kinks worked out of that, so you can see, because we're multi-chain, because we exist on Ethereum, Avalanche, and Binance Smart Chain, kind of aggregating that data. Not a lot of people are doing that, so we're trying to kind of do a lot of that behind the scenes, so that you can kind of see a chart that says this is the liquidity across all change. This is the volume across all change. I've been doing a lot of that math literally on Excel right now, to show that I think we just hit a billion of total traded volume yesterday or the day before. Well, how cool would that be to see that on a volume chart? And also to know that the exchange you're using is being trusted and being used by other people. So you can see your latest transactions, or not your latest, but actually, this would be my latest, I believe. Is this my Moonbeam wallet? I can't tell. No, this is latest transactions on chain for transacting on the Ethereum network. So we're going to go over to the swap page. Should we do an Avalanche swap? Do you want to see a cross chain first, guys, or do you want to see us? We'll do swap last, because I'll do that on Avalanche, because it's the whole point of using our exchange. Or one of the major reasons is that we offer two networks, both Avalanche and Binance Smart Chain, where the fees are really, really low. I think a swap on Avalanche is less than $1, and a swap on Binance Smart Chain is about pennies. So I'll quickly go. I'll go through the other aspects. We'll do a swap last on Avalanche, because I got Ethereum all nice and loaded right now.
Yeah, I think that's a good idea, Ed, because you're just going to blow people away when you do that. So let's leave
Cool.
the climax for the end.
So liquidity mining, right? Very important for any exchange. It's just, if you're helping provide liquidity to our exchange, and what that means is if you're helping back our zero assets and other assets, so in this case, Ethereum, USDC, USDT, you're going to earn zero rewards. So you're going to get paid out in zero to help us, have a more liquid exchange. Coming soon, live APIs. Or APRs, I should say. This is live data. This is literally the Uni Zero pool right now is paying an APR of 300%. So I'm sure people are currently saying, how do I get out of the ETH zero pool right now to sell the Uni to, this is just one of the bigger things a lot of people have been asking, like, what's the liquidity in each pool? What's the APR? These matter to traders, and these matter to liquidity providers. So this is one of the big things we wanted to bring forward, and it's going to help a lot of our partners too. As partners are going to be launching farming on our platform, their communities are going to care. What's the APR? What pairs are available? So that's kind of a really big, nice new change to the farming page or the pools page. Let's see.
And users get rewarded in zero, right? And then I guess the more people create pools, the partners will reward their tokens on top as well, right?
Correct. Yes. So, for example, Graham had mentioned ChartX being kind of our strategic partnership with charting. They're going to be launching on Binance Smart Chain. They're going to be kind of the premier charting across all chains. So you don't just have, you don't have to use 3 charts for, one for Binance, one for Avalanche, one for Ethereum. Well, they're going to be launching pools on Binance Smart Chain. They're going to have a chart BNB, a chart BUSD, and a chart zero pool, and they're all going to emit chart for rewards. So just one example of as these, as we're helping projects launch on multiple chains, we can kind of showcase your project and their projects front and center on the pools page. Going, let's do a cross-chain transfer.
Oh boy, here it is.
Well, so I did this during Moonbeam, and again, this is based on network, so it does take time, but we're gonna go for it anyways, and we're gonna throw 5,000 across the chain. We're gonna go to the Avalanche chain. Gonna hit transfer, and we're trying to make it simple. There are some things that are still manual. Where we're going, we got to approve like any blockchain transaction, it is an approval action first, followed by a start. Sure, I could have done the cooking show thing and pre-approved it, but this is what users are going to see, right? So you're going to click your approve, your MetaMask is going to pop up. It's hiding behind your guys' faces. Anytime you're coming from Ethereum, we do recommend that you edit your transaction fees. We're making this a little cleaner, but everything, the gas limit's all been preset now. So this has been kind of the hardest thing to set. For the sake of the demo, I'm going to bump this up dramatically just so we can get this over and quick. Obviously, if you've ever traded in Ethereum, the higher your GUI, the quicker your transaction goes. It's basically the miners choose your transaction first. So we're going to confirm that. If you'll notice it said that's going to cost $20 for the approval transaction. That's not the case. It's just that we have to have extra gas for the transaction, just to make sure that you don't want to have kind of a failure in transaction. Also, this is testnet, so if it breaks, Graham will go yell at the devs. So
yeah, just a quick note about that, the gas and the GUI settings too. The $20 you saw there was the max spend limit. So
yes.
That's the amount you're allowing to be used, but very rarely would you actually ever use that.
Yeah,
that
so
amount.
this one's going to scare some people because you're going to see that and you're like, holy crap, that never gets anywhere near that. It's just because you cap the gas limit, because otherwise what happens is if you run out of gas, you end up paying the whole thing. And cross-chain transactions are kind of new to the space, so we're trying to clean them up. A lot of that's going to come with as MetaMask, which is kind of the de facto wallet for Uniswap trading. As that gets better, and it can do those gas calculations better, it's going to become single click. You're just going to hit confirm. Like, people are so used to using MetaMask and saying, do I want slow, medium, or fast for my transaction? Oh, and by the way, there you go. 5,000 tokens were just transferred into the chain bridge and are now being sent from Ethereum to Avalanche, right? So we are busy relaying the transaction. It can take up to 15 minutes. Generally speaking, it goes quite a bit faster. I'm going to switch networks and do a couple Hail Marys and hope that it popped over in a minute. But so what that is basically doing, it's actually really cool. So you're taking our default token was minted on Ethereum, so ERC20. It goes into the bridge locks it. The bridge then mints an asset on pick your chain. So that way, basically the bridge and your parent chain owns your token, but your token can exist on all the other chains. And then when you send it back, it does the kind of the reverse operation. So it takes like a 0 on Avalanche, it burns that token, and then it releases your 0 from the bridge. And so that way your token is always backed by your parent chain. So like we have a concept called ZETH, it's our 0 Ethereum. That's always backed 1-to-1 by Ethereum, Ethereum 0 or Ethereum.
And quickly, Ed, question is, how much actual in gas fees did that cost, what you just did?
I could look it up. Yeah, if I
maybe
do
in
this,
your MetaMask.
Yeah, I'll check. Don't. Everyone's
also, while you're doing that, one of our viewers asked how to create a 0 address.
You don't. It's a MetaMask, Ryan.
Yes,
Compatible,
just wanted
so-
to clarify that. Yeah, just wanted to clarify that.
Let's see what it actually
So,
looked at.
yeah, I think the same wallet address can be used across Avalanche, Ethereum, and Binance Smart Chain.
So the approval was, the approval was $20, and I bumped up the GUI heavily. I didn't need to run that much. I think GUI is pretty cheap right now. And then the actual deposit was pretty pricey. That was a $91. So the cross chain isn't cheap, but again, I did bump the GUI. I didn't look at what it's currently running right now, but it is
96. It looks like for
okay. So
standard.
I ran it.
Yeah, the gas is somewhat high right now, and then the other aspect of that too is that keep in mind anything that you do on Zero that interacts with the Ethereum network is going to incur in Ethereum gas fees. There's just no way around that. Once the real magic happens is once you start bridging assets from Avalanche to BSC and back, because you've got two very inexpensive networks. And that's really where the magic happens with regards to fees.
Yeah, so even that approval, like the approval transaction, which costs $20 for Ethereum, costs $1 in Avalanche. And then the actual bridge fee is, what do we, is it 4 or 5 AVAX right now? So we're trying to, we monitor that fee and we change it accordingly just based on whatever Ethereum is running right now. And we try and, they all kind of have to mesh together though, because if people are sending too much back to Ethereum, we got to make sure the relayers stay stocked. Otherwise, the bridge doesn't work. I'm going to switch over to Avalanche now. So, because that's where we just sent it. What's a fun little feature is we do have smart switching now. I already have Avalanche added to my MetaMask. If I didn't, it would detect that I didn't, and it would actually just automatically add all the things you need for your MetaMask wallet to work.
That's cool.
That was a big, kind of a adoption issue, is that people were having to add custom RPCs and all these other screens. Now it would just say, we can't find your Avalanche network. And then you just go, great, add it. And now anytime you make your switch, you hit switch network, it's going to switch. And again, it's going to find my balances. And let's see, show you a swap now. I did preload some.
And this is coming from Avalanche.
Yes, this is coming from Avalanche. Yep.
Okay.
So here we go. We'll do. I feel like I should be buying Zero. I'm gonna buy some Zero.
Yeah, come on, be a supporter.
I'm not selling Zero. I'm not selling. So I'm gonna buy.
So much easier to use than like all the other like swapping tools and everything else. I mean, this feels like it's going to be that Cambrian explosion moment. Once this goes like mainstream and once more people know about it, this is the user experience and interface that people have been seeking and looking for.
Yeah.
This is amazing.
And it's only going to get better too. So what you're seeing right now is like the absolute worst of the best experience. So we're going to continue to iterate and make this a more streamlined experience, with regards to things like MetaMask and being able to make adjustments there, hard coding gas fees. But what's really the magic here is take a look and watch how fast this transaction is that's about to happen.
Swap. Confirm the swap. Move the heads out of the way. This is the max amount. It's actually an AVAX, so it's saying 0.58 AVAX is what it has to charge. That is done, by the way. And here, let's see. I don't know if I have I'll check that in a second, but I'll show you what that costs. So why is it? There it goes. Done. So
we're okay.
So that is now a done swap. That can't be front run or anything. There's no bots here on Avalanche. So that is a done transaction. And the best part is, hold on. There's more. There we go. So that fee on that transaction was 0.04 AVAX. Anybody have the price of AVAX right now? $28, give or take.
Yeah, 27, 28.
So we'll call it 28 times point. I'm literally pulling out my phone. 0.04, $1.12 for that transaction.
It happened instantly.
Ed, let me get this straight. You just bought Zero on AVAX in a swap for $1.
Yeah, and that is more expensive than Binance Smart Chain, which is pennies. The difference being is the networks are a little different. They're going to have different token offerings. There's no front running on Avalanche, so there's perks to each chain. But yeah, $1 for the transaction. I didn't have to run extra GUI because I didn't want to get front run by a bot that's going to snipe my buy and charge me an extra, $100, $200, $300 because they front ran the mempool and kind of really screwed you over. It's these new networks, these new L1s, they're not new necessarily. These just different options. It's all about choice. And once when the market's tanking or going up, either direction, pick a direction, and gas flies through the roof, and you're looking at it, and it's going to cost you. I've seen $300, $400, swap fees. Watch how much fun it is when you pop over to, Avalanche and you go, I want to buy some ETH while it's pumping, or I want to sell ETH while it's dropping. Pick your poison, and you just go and 2 clicks and you're out.
Dude, this is crazy sounding.
It's so cool.
Yeah, it's almost like you're skirting the law here. Like it's not right.
It's like cheat codes. That's what it is. Real life cheat codes.
Real quickly, can you go back to the for some of the people that came late? Can you just go back to the farming pool that you guys are launching? So everybody, I just want to take a look at what you're going to be able to do with your Zero token, since we do have a lot of people in our community that have gotten into Zero. This is redunculous right here.
Well, and it's funny because this right here is another huge perk of these other chains. Like if I want to enter a farming pool, that's a $100, $150 transaction on Ethereum. Again, on Avalanche, you can stack your rewards daily. It's you can it's not auto compound, sorry, but you can compound for $2. So even the person that owns $200 in Zero, $100 in Zero is treated really no different than the person that has 100,000 in Zero on the chains where you can do micro transactions and not be nickel and dime due to gas fees.
When do you think you guys are going to release this UI? We're being asked, this V2.
Yeah, everyone wants to know.
Let's see here. How about tomorrow? Tomorrow sounds like a good day for me.
Yesterday was good.
I think tomorrow works great. There it is, folks. Head on over tomorrow and see the new V2. I mean, this UI, you guys did such a tremendous job. It's comfortable looking, easy to navigate. I don't know, Uni and all the others were just getting so cold.
We've got incredible devs. I'm not taking any credit for any of this. We just have some really, really sharp devs that are very smart people.
Do you guys have limit orders, or is that something that you're planning to add? Another person watching
that's on the way. That's on the way. It's tricky when you go from the experience you have on a centralized exchange where there's an order book and you get to see orders that are bought and sold and you get to see the spread. And when you go over to more of that decentralized exchange experience and you're utilizing an automated market maker, there's no order book. So there's probably a dozen different ways to skin that cat with regards to limit orders, but you're taking a very, very complicated process of replacing an order book. And the key is, in this UI that you see right here is that, the functions are all, behind the scenes, and limit orders, that's a very, very complicated transaction to make with an automated market maker DEX. So what you have to do is you just have to be really careful. You have to be really, really intentional about making sure that, that complicated process doesn't bleed through to the user experience. So that's something that we're working on right now. There are a couple of projects out there that have various solutions to limit orders and stop limit orders and stop loss orders. We are working with a couple of projects right now to fine tune that, but we want to make sure that our limit orders aren't just like what people experienced, a couple years ago with Ether Delta, where you fat finger an order and you end up paying $1,000 for something that you only wanted, to pay $100 for. That situation is real, and that being very, very intentional about making sure that you click and it's done, or you set the price and it's done. Those are things that are very complicated processes. So. But it's being worked on, and it will happen relatively soon.
I'm excited about the pools because I throw my Zero and ETH and USDC in the pools and earn more Zero.
Look what I'm just figure I might as well show one. Why not?
Also about the pools, 2 questions from viewers as well. One is when you stake or farm, are you able to cancel at any time? And then also around staking solutions to Zero holders, will that be provided in the future?
So a couple good options. One, I'm actually just going to show staking and how easy that is. So I just created some liquidity there. That probably costs $2 to do that. The one approval and the one actual send transaction. So that's what just did. You can actually see the ad. There's my LP. Cool. Now we got to go back. I got to go to where is my deposit? There we go. See, detects it. Now I got to deposit to earn my rewards, just like a bank. We're going to do max. Takes 1 second. Come on. Demo demons. There it is.
Boom.
Sign the transaction. We're going to deposit it. We're going to hit confirm. Notice how all that has pre-gas calculation, everything all built in. It's going to deposit it. This is going to update in a second. It's going to tell me what my earning rate is. Now, granted, I put $10 of zero in or something, so there's not going to be a huge earning rate, but it'll still be cool to see. So touching on those points of staking solutions for zero, I assume they're referring to kind of single, what we call like naked staking, I guess, where you're just stay up. There you go. So 0.220 a week. I'm already starting. So I own less than 0.01% of the pool, but 10 pooled zero with a little bit of AVAX, and you can see it. You can harvest it at any time. You can withdraw at any time.
So 10 0 is about what, like $2?
Yep.
2.4 bucks right now, and you'd be earning so it's like that's a pretty good return on a weekly rate.
No, actually,
Not bad.
that pool was the only 50%. So
Okay.
again, I shouldn't be showing this. These are these internal numbers we've had.
What
like that's where I should be.
Yeah.
what have you done in regards to mobile users, right? How does this look for them? A lot of people trade from their mobile phones.
Yes.
Oh, like an app. You mean that?
Yeah.
If you go to I think I can go. Sorry.
Our front-end designer, a developer, did a really, really good job of being super aware of the fact that people are going to be trading on different platforms. So what you're seeing that Ed's presenting to you right now is the desktop app, but we also have this optimized
There you go.
for both a tablet and for mobile. So you're getting the same experience, the same features. It's just customized for that type of environment. So all the design was done across all 3 different mediums: desktop, tablet, and mobile phone.
Got your nice little, right? You got your hamburger menu.
Oh, nice.
So it's all,
I like
this is
that.
CoinGecko, Discover, Telegram, blog, everything, guides, how to buy. I buy. We offer fiat. You want to come in
There's
with
like a
credit
fiat
card,
option here, right?
go to buy, and then that'll bring you over. This is literally US dollars. Put your credit card in, or and get it's ERC20, so it's Ethereum 0, clear. But this is 100%. It's powered by Indicoin, and that is they are our on ramp for credit or debit cards.
Nice.
This is all really slick.
Staking. So sorry, I didn't get to it. So single naked staking. So there is nothing available right now for just naked staking zero. There's a couple. This is we are an IDO platform now, so a launch pad. We reward people, if you will, for holding zero to get access to IDOs. We have WASDR coming on May 3rd. It's an IDO we're extremely excited about. Logan Paul tweeted about them yesterday. So that was kind of a fun little tweet to see. I think our community was very excited about it, as was WASDR's. They're going to kind of revolutionize the social gaming space using blockchain to kind of monetize, pretty much the entire, hopefully the entire gaming ecosystem. They have some really lofty and excellent goals. They have the team to deliver on it. So it's an idea we're very excited about, but how do you get access to it? So owning zero is kind of the start for that. Every 5,000 zero you own gives you a lottery ticket to kind of give the we call it the guppies to whales an opportunity. So if you hold 500,000 zero, you get a guaranteed allocation. If you hold 1,000,000 zero, you get 2 guaranteed allocations. If you're helping provide liquidity, we multiply your allocations, and then all the way up, if you're holding 5,000 zero, you get a ticket. 10,000 zero, 2 tickets. 15,000 3 tickets. And the whole point is it's meant to be as fair as possible. With a lot of the launch pads, what happens is they give out guaranteed allocations to everyone. You end up with a $2 allocation, and it the token, or in this case, we say WASDR 20x's or 100x's. Well, you do okay. You make your $200 or something, but it's not the most enticing. Whereas if you can give $100, $200, $300 allocations, at least you feel like the lottery was worth it. And it's just kind of the fairest system we could come up with. And right now, so a lot of that is not kind of not formally on the site, but coming, in short order will be the ability to kind of stake your zero, to have, better, both stake your LP and stake your zero, lock your zero, if you will, to have, more lottery tickets. And there's also some other interesting uses for kind of single zero staking that we're thinking of.
Yeah, and real quick with regards to that, this is probably a older announcement considering the pace that we push stuff out, but we were listed on Fireblocks a couple of weeks ago, which is that institutional custody, secure payment rails, and wallet solution. They do a vault and custody. They have single-sided staking, and there are some conversations around them possibly providing some single-sided staking for zero for their institutional clients. So conversations are happening all over the place. Single-sided staking is certainly something that our community has asked for months now. So just rest assured, we are having those conversations. We do hear you, and it's something that we plan on offering here in the near future.
Excellent. And Fireblocks is a great platform, right? They're used by so many institutions and asset managers, and that's huge in terms of credibility and reliability for you guys as well. Rolling out that type of functionality and integration. Well done.
Rob, what are your questions? I see your head starting to steam. I know you have to let some out.
No, well, I just got to tell you, first of all, it looks like a fantastic platform. You guys did a really good job, especially for the user interface. I got to drop off pretty soon. I got a meeting with Celsius, but I just had a couple questions about it. First of all, we know that Ethereum and their gas fees, we're not going to do much with that. And we just saw that. Gas fees are through the roof. And just like we saw, that's just how it's going to be. But what was interesting to me was the Avalanche. The Avalanche platform. Talk to us real quick about how you guys got involved with them. Not only that, not really that, but the trading pairs that we can get right now with zero. As far as Avalanche, because when I go to Uniswap, I can't use it. I mean, if I'm going to do a dollar cost average thing, I've got to dump in 1,000, 5,000, 10,000 to really make it worth my while. So
we have some interesting. So I'll let Graham talk to how we got involved with Avalanche. I'll just quickly talk towards the pairs and then let him hop in. So we have USDC, AVAX, ETH, Uni, BTC, USDT, Sushi, and DAI right now. And then we actually have a partner or a new farming partner, I guess, launching. I guess they're launching soon. Is it today? I should know the date.
Tomorrow.
Thank you, Gondola. They're helping provide utility to our Z pairs by matching the Z pairs to Pangolin's. They're the Avalanche Avalabs' bridges. Their bridges Ethereum, if you will. So we'll have pairs for ZETH and USDT Z USDT, which kind of gives you some really interesting arbitrage opportunities between the exchanges, but also provide even more liquidity for our Z pairs.
right.
And that again gives you the ability, if those pairs have more liquidity, that means you can kind of obviously trade between all the pairs listed here, with new pairs and partners joining pretty rapidly now.
Okay. And then, well, I mean, how you got involved with Avalanche isn't so much of a big thing. But then one of my problems for the Binance chain, for the smart chain, is that for me in Texas, it's hard for me to get the Binance token. So is there a way to do some kind of bridge with Avalanche, the Binance chain, and use these liquidity pairs that way?
Yeah, so you can bridge. Our bridge works across all pairs. You can send Ethereum to Binance. You can send Avalanche to Binance, Binance to Avalanche, Avalanche to Ethereum, Binance. Did I miss one? So all with Moonbeam, it'll be all the pairs. So if you need to go get BNB, for example, and I'm afraid to do this because actually Smart Chain has been a little slow lately. Their network is just growing at such an explosive rate that it's very slow. And they're having I knew I probably didn't want there. I did load. Okay, cool. So BUSD and BNB are pretty tricky to get. And to your point, as being inside of the the VPN zone, right? So if you want to go get BNB, right, you can bridge over Zero, you can bridge over Z, you can bridge over any of these assets and have exposure to BNB.
Wow.
Yeah. And then lastly, it looks like, that's pretty great because if you want to try to use Ethereum, good luck. And it's not really going down even with that Berlin upgrade. So great. And then lastly, I know you guys take me through a quick timeline of how everything got started and then where we are now. Because it looks like everything's pretty young. I know you're listed right now. I think you're in the 400s or something like that with the token for zero, but it looks like you don't have a ton, like you don't have trillions of tokens. So it looks like a pretty good opportunity especially for everybody to trade the chain.
Yeah, I think, from a market cap perspective, and I haven't looked since yesterday, but I believe we were somewhere around 73 or 74 million market cap. And, if you look at DEXs in the space, like if you were to look at the top 10, most of them are close to $1 billion, if not over $1 billion in market cap. So just right there, I mean, just over 10x potential from the standpoint of market cap. And then just look at the utility. I mean, you have an ability here to do the exact same thing that you want to do on Ethereum faster and cheaper. And that bleeds over to everything: arbitrage, staking, providing liquidity. Everything is faster and cheaper. From a timeline, Zero is only probably a little over 100 days old, and we've already accomplished this much. I like to tell the team we're at step 1 of 10 still, even with regards to the capability. I mean, you marry all of this beautiful stuff behind the scenes, and you apply it to something like an NFT, where you can do cross-chain minting and transfers of NFTs, so that you're not being exposed to having to mint an NFT. Right. Say you're an upcoming artist and you want to mint an NFT on Ethereum, and your NFT really probably is only maybe a couple $100 in value. Minting that NFT on ETH is going to cost you a couple $100, and that's just prohibitive to people entry into blockchain. So taking everything that's cross-chain with regards to swaps and transfers here and applying it to something like NFTs is extremely, extremely powerful.
Graham, just going back to the token real quick. I mean, I think we're the 70s, 80 million market cap. I just want to say for the folks watching, they saw me covering KNC, me and Ryan, back in beginning of the year. And we've always looked at, a platform like that as completely undervalued to its brethren in the space. Your platform, the fact that you're there in market cap and the utility of the token, you're not even like one of them. You're something different, and it's going to amaze everybody that you're going to have some serious growth. And
absolutely.
I think,
yeah, I appreciate
the most vastly undervalued project that I've come across. I mean, you guys have built an incredible platform. And the more people that learn about this, just the growth, I'd be shocked if it wasn't like explosive.
Well, we got our just a heads up, we actually had our prop trader trade the chain, doing like an undercover shopper of Zero Exchange, and it was really great. I mean, he was blown away. He does some pretty exotic stuff. Speaking of Weston Nelson, he does some pretty exotic platforms and things, and he was just like, wow. This place is great, man. Because everybody's sworn off of Uni and Sushi, in the last couple of months because of gas fees.
Hopefully our mods were good to him.
He was treated very well. We had a whole debrief.
All right. Well, guys, thanks. I got to drop off.
Excellent All right, stuff. Rob. Thank you for joining us today, man.
Thanks, Rob.
All right. So another question I have for you guys is, and I know it's a lot to unpack here. You guys are launching V2 tomorrow. Well, now you have to, because we just
announced it.
But if you guys have gotten past V2 in a thought process, what are some of your wish list plans for development after this launches?
I think if you look at the market right now, there are some very, very compelling projects in the Solana ecosystem, and Solana is an EVM blockchain. There are some very specific differences with regards to Solana that makes it a little bit more of a tricky implementation, but certainly that ecosystem is completely untapped for Zero. We would love to be able to participate in that via implementation of a bridge to Solana and those assets. That's certainly one. Something that's already in the works that has been on my wish list, since we started, was this NFT marketplace, and really to kind of kick things off in a bit of a different way. I have this vision for having an artist in residence, and I really truly believe in the social impact aspect of giving back and providing opportunity. I would love to sponsor upcoming artists that are extremely talented that may just not have the platform to get their talent and their creativity out there to the world. So that's something that I've spoken to a lot of people about, in terms of sponsoring an artist or two through, say, a month, following them in that journey of creativity, and then providing them with the co-marketing and the platform to really get their talent out there. That's something that means a lot to me personally. That's the NFT marketplace certainly is top of mind for us here. Smaller things like, limit orders, stop loss orders are going to be extremely important. Charting's coming, the full feature charting. And then, after that, it's going to be, really, really fine tuning, I think, a lot of things, and just having the ear to the ground and making sure that we understand what the community is looking for always. I mean, the customer is always right. So, we truly believe that, we've been able to iterate this far. We never had, any ideas or dreams about doing anything past Avalanche 2-3 months ago, and look where we are. So, the sky's the limit for us. I truly believe that. And, we are definitely focused on making this great. Yeah.
Polkadot's going to be huge.
Yeah.
Real quick, quick question. This is a good technical from one of the guys watching is impermanent loss protection. Is this planned or being developed to implement at all?
Yes, that's something that a lot of folks in our community, especially in our trading channel, have asked about. I think one of the things that you're seeing right now is with our price being pretty stable, the impact of impermanent losses is probably a little lower than once the price starts going in either direction. But there are some solutions around that, in terms of staking, the Gondola Finance partnership. That's going to allow ZUSDT and USDT staking and earning rewards on that. And that really eliminates a lot of the impermanent loss. But there are some solutions out there that we're looking at. There are some partnerships that we're looking at. And certainly there are projects out there that are already doing a lot of work within that space that we would, love to talk to. So, things like impermanent loss protection, there's a whole bunch or a whole host of other DeFi tools and features like loaning and lending that we're looking into. So, this Zero, we want to be the total ecosystem and platform cross-chain for everybody to do everything related to DeFi. So it's certainly on our radar, yes.
Very cool. And can you fill us in once more on the charts to the left there in the left menu?
So I was hoping you were going to ask that, because it's funny that Graham was actually saying that, we try not to rebuild the wheel. If it exists and there's a partner that will work with us, go work with them. I mean, the space works better when people work together. So this isn't ChartX right now, but coming soon. I hope it even loads. Now, this is on.
Oof. And I actually have that up too. If you want me to share my screen, I can share my screen and show you what it is that we're going to be implementing here. It's extremely powerful.
Let's do that, because that's going to be a much better. I'm going to stop sharing. So, that was one of the, while he's getting that loaded up, there you go, actually.
Okay.
So this is a full featured, essentially trading dashboard. You've got your obviously your TA charts here, right? You can change the timeline, right? You've got volume indicators here that will tell you how much of a certain token has been bought and sold over a certain time frame. Obviously, your most recent transactions. This is really slick though. If I hover over the address, it's actually going to show me how much of the token has been bought and sold by this specific address. If you scroll down, you're going to have active traders as well as the top 5 wallets by volume. So you can see who's been really actively trading the token, the top 5 wallets by volume. You've got default watch lists. So you're able to actually save specific token assets, and they will come up as it's paired to your Web3 wallet, MetaMask wallet, the next time you open up this dashboard. And again, we are going to be able to provide this very service across all chains and all assets. So you've got your liquidity, your volume, your pooled WEF, your pooled token, the token contract, click on this, it'll take you right to being able to trade it. It gives you live pricing of certain assets up top, and then you can click on this, and it'll take you right to the token contract and show you the token holder list.
I think what's most impressive about what you're showing us right now is that first day wick up on ChartX's token.
Yes, yeah. So,
it's so refreshing listening to you guys talking about how everything is community driven and how the customer is always right. There are so many other trading platforms out there where founders have lashed out against people complaining about liquidity on their platforms, or about price swings and how their prices are different than elsewhere. And it's refreshing when you hear that something like this is so community focused and so community driven. And it just, as Rob always says at Digital Asset News, people believe in people. And even though you guys are like pseudonymous at this point, it's easy to believe in you guys when you've built such a great product in such a short period of time, and you really do listen to the community and implement changes based on that. And also off the experience Weston had, trading on the platform and working with the mods. And it really just shows the attention to detail you guys have. And it's great, really. It's refreshing in many ways.
As we always say, people's products and community. And, so far there's a trifecta going on here. And it really, to your point, this is almost like prime brokerage for the individual retail person, right, Ryan? It's a one-stop gateway to whatever you need to do as far as the parachains, cross chain swaps and farming and stuff like that. I think this is super cool. And judging from the comments in the video for the last 50 minutes, there's a lot of other people who think it's cool too. So
before we go, Alex, can you guys one more time, because so many people who may have joined late have been asking, can you show everyone once again how to buy Zero token? Because it's just been asked repeatedly in the live chat.
Oh,
I'll show again. Hold on, I got it since I already have it up, or mostly up.
Is Zero with a zero?
Yeah, first of all, ZERO, not ZE or any of these other things.
Yeah.
And Graham, don't try to take Ed's job away. He likes audio visual.
This is my favorite part. All right, my favorite part. So, all right, we've got all kinds of options. If you go to this is, oh boy, I'm showing it now. Now I'm gonna piss off the devs. Too late.
Dev branch.
Sorry, devs. That will be changing. All right. So if you go to your more bar, right, and you want to just go buy. You can buy with a credit card today, right? Just what's the limit? $500 or something like that, and then you get your zero, and that's ERC20 zero. That's Ethereum side zero. That's one option.
Yeah.
If that doesn't work for, I'm just at this point, I think it's already out there. But
you can really show the old one as well. Like, it's fine if people want to buy today. Just go to regular 0.exchange. Right?
Well, I mean, yep, it's already out there, so it's fine. Yeah. All right, so if otherwise, pick your chain. You can buy Zero on Ethereum, Avalanche, or Smart Chain with any native asset. So if you have BNB and you want to buy Zero, if you have AVAX and you want to buy Zero, if you have anything on the Ethereum network and you want to buy Zero, you can basically pick your chain and go buy it. So because we were showing earlier, I mean, most of your viewers are probably most familiar with Ethereum, so I will show that real fast. And I actually have to, so Ethereum doesn't let you switch back, believe it or not. Yeah, but it will be, it's coming. So there we go. If you're going on the swap page, and you can go pick your asset. So if you want to do a USDC and you want to buy some Zero and you want to buy, $1,000 of Zero, there you go. I'm going the wrong way. I'm going the wrong way, aren't I? But I just don't have it. That's why, because it's an empty wallet. I got to choose. We have a little bit of ETH in there or something. There we go. Right. So you can buy some Zero and do the swap. Because ETH is expensive, I'm not going to do it right now, but you can. So you hit, you know what? I'm going to do it for the purpose of the demo. I'm doing it. So we'll do this. We'll do 500 more Zero. We're going to do swap. We're going to confirm the swap. I have already approved this. Otherwise, an approval would come up. It's for the users. And it's the default gas limit. The reason this is coming out so high is because we do a lot of cross-chain protection. So that's why you're seeing this gas limit come in so high, actually. And that's why, again, if you just get to your basic and you see this, you're going to see some huge numbers here. We do this to kind of protect our bridge. it's not going to come in anywhere near that. The gas limit's not going to get used. So I'm actually going to do fast. I'm going to say spend all my ETH and say, continue. It's going to say, holy crap, that's not going to be anywhere near that. So just bought some Zero. We're going to go on on Ethereum. And again, the gas fees aren't cheap. We're not going to, the cheapest ways to buy Zero is go get yourself some AVAX, go get yourself some BNB, and use one of our other chains, or use your credit card. Those are going to be your cheapest ways. But for the people that are used to paying the gas, and you're just you're buying and enough to make the gas fees worth it, then there you go. But just like that, there's the confirmation. Again, it wasn't cheap. It was nowhere near the $200 and some, but it's still an $83 transaction because again, it is Ethereum, and at the end of the day, we can't make Ethereum take less gas.
It's ridiculous how one day it just got like that,
So, but that's
Really
again,
is.
I'm gonna show the switch again because I do think it's important. Go, get yourself some AVAX, get yourself some BSC, and you can buy Zero using that for $1. You can buy 0.1 AVAX. I'm going to do it again just to show. 0.1 AVAX, go get yourself 10 Zero. That's not worth it. That's not worth the transaction fee. Well, on AVAX, it's $1 for the transaction and it's done. Like that's it.
Nice.
And look how, it takes a few seconds. It's pending. It's going to finish up in a second.
Is it me or does
There it is.
Avalanche feel faster than Ethereum when doing this swap?
Oh, it's way faster.
Oh,
Absolutely.
Way
It's way
faster.
faster.
Yeah, and it's way cheaper. Wow.
Like I don't have heartburn doing that. I was like, I'm just going to show that swap because, whatever. The other one's like, well, do I really want to? And for the users, you spend the money. But for the on AVAX or everything, it's more fun. It's like, I'm going to do it. I'm going to show it off.
All
Awesome.
right, very cool.
Guys,
Donna, you want to
thank
throw
you.
anything in there?
Oh, me?
Yeah, you got anything to say?
No, dude, this is great. I've been using Zero for the past 2 months, and it's been great. I think I do most of my transactions on AVAX and BSC now because of said Ethereum issue. But I really I enjoy sticking all my Zero into pools because it's just passive income that comes around.
The AVAX swaps are just blowing my mind. That's
great.
it's like a whole new way to live, right? We've been walking out the same front door, getting hit with a ball in the head our whole lives. We think it's normal, and now someone's saying, no, you don't need to do that.
Definitely.
One thing I want to say, first of all, Graham, thank you so very much for taking a huge hour out of your guys' day to show our community and people out there this platform. It is really huge. And I do want to say to everyone that's a Trade the Chain member, these guys will be back in on next Friday to our community to do a live AMA. So any of our Trade the Chain members are going to be able to directly just ask questions to them, and it'll be hugely informative because the more that we know, the more we will use it. So guys, thank you.
Of course. Yeah.
Thank
Thanks
you.
for having us.
It was a blast.
All right. All right. That's it, folks. We're going to stop this live stream. Thank you, everybody, for watching. And we'll have them back. We'll see how this progresses. V2 launches tomorrow. You can go to V1 now.
Yeah.
But tomorrow, V2 with the pretty purplish.
No pressure, Graham and Edmund.
I was going to say.
All right.